Think about the last time you had a really good, ugly cry. Maybe you watched a heartbreaking movie, lost a beloved pet, or just had an overwhelmingly stressful day. Crying is one of the most intensely personal and profoundly vulnerable things a human being can do. But have you ever wondered where this bizarre emotional leak actually comes from? Did a rugged hunter-gatherer 50,000 years ago sit on a cold stone, wiping away tears of pure sorrow after a tragic loss? Or is deep emotional grief a relatively modern luxury invented after we built comfortable civilizations? Today, we are traveling deep into the ancient past to uncover the untold story of primal grief, decoding the evolutionary mystery of why we weep, and exploring how our ancestors cried long before the first cities were ever built. The bizarre evolutionary glitch of tears. From a purely biological standpoint, emotional crying makes absolutely no sense. No other animal on the planet sheds emotional tears. Sure, your dog might whimper when you leave, and an elephant might mourn its fallen family. But they don't leak salty water from their eyes when they feel sad. In the brutal, high-stakes world of ancient survival, crying was a massive hazard. It blurred your vision when you needed to be alert, wasted precious bodily fluids, and made a lot of noise that could easily tip off a hungry predator lurking in the bushes. For decades, evolutionary scientists viewed crying as a bizarre genetic glitch, a vulnerability that should have been weeded out by natural selection. Yet, it stuck with us through millennia of harsh evolution. The caveman's secret chemical leak. The secret to why ancient humans started crying lies in the unique chemical makeup of emotional tears. Scientists have discovered that tears shed out of sorrow or frustration contain significantly higher levels of stress hormones like ACTH and leucine and enkephalin, compared to the reflex tears that automatically trigger when you cut a raw onion. When an ancient human experienced an overwhelming tragedy, like a failed hunt or a harsh winter, their body would quickly fill with toxic levels of emotional stress. Crying acted like a biological pressure valve, a literal chemical detox that physically flushed stress out of the nervous system. Our ancestors didn't just weep because they were sad, they wept because their brains desperately needed a biological reset to survive the crushing mental weight of their hostile environment. The ultimate silent distress signal. In a tight-knit prehistoric tribe, emotional survival was entirely dependent on group cooperation. This is where crying transformed into our ancestors' ultimate social superpower. Long before complex spoken languages were developed, a tear rolling down a primitive human's face served as an undeniable, universal distress signal. It was a visual billboard that instantly communicated vulnerability, pain, and a desperate need for help without making a single sound that could alert a nearby predator. When a tribe member saw another person weep, it automatically triggered a wave of empathy and a biological urge to protect them. Tears became the glue that bonded early human communities together, turning raw, individual vulnerability into an unbreakable weapon of collective survival. The archaeology of a broken heart. For a long time, skeptics argued that prehistoric humans were too hardened by the daily brutality of nature to experience deep existential grief. But archaeology has completely shattered that cynical view. Excavations of ancient burial sites around the world have revealed deeply moving evidence of prehistoric heartbreak. Archaeologists have uncovered graves from tens of thousands of years ago where infants were gently buried with intricate bead necklaces, and adults were laid to rest on beds of soft wildflowers. These weren't just quick, practical disposals of bodies to keep scavengers away. These were highly deliberate, emotional rituals. The immense time, effort, and care put into these ancient graves prove that when a loved one died, prehistoric hearts broke just as fiercely as ours do today. The Neanderthal flower burial. To see just how far back the roots of human grief truly go, we have to look at our close evolutionary cousins, the Neanderthals. At the Shanidar cave site in modern-day Iraq, researchers discovered the remains of a Neanderthal man who had been buried deep inside the cavern. Soil analysis revealed an astonishing detail. The body had been completely surrounded by clumps of pollen from wild, colorful flowers known for their medicinal properties. This incredible discovery sent shockwaves through the scientific community. It suggested that over 40,000 years ago, long before modern civilization, a group of Neanderthals gathered in the dim torchlight, wept for their fallen friend, and placed beautiful flowers on his chest as a final, tender act of love and profound sorrow. The Ice Age grief that reshaped art. As the Ice Age gripped the planet, the sheer intensity of human grief began to spill out of the heart and directly into the very first forms of art. Anthropologists believe that the oldest cave paintings and carved figurines weren't just random doodles or hunting guides. They were deeply spiritual expressions used to process trauma, loss, and the terrifying mystery of death. When a tribe faced a devastating famine or lost half their hunters to a woolly mammoth, they retreated into the pitch-black depths of sacred caves. By the flickering light of animal fat lamps, they wept, chanted, and painted powerful images on the stone walls, using creativity as a therapeutic shield to cope with the overwhelming grief of their fragile existence. The story of the first domestic mourner. Human grief in the ancient wild wasn't just limited to the loss of other humans, it also extended to our very first animal companions. At a 14,000-year-old burial site in Germany, archaeologists discovered the skeleton of a young puppy buried alongside a man and a woman. The puppy's bones showed signs that it had been severely ill for weeks before its death, requiring intensive, round-the-clock nursing care from its human owners. Despite the constant grueling struggle for daily survival in the wild, these ancient humans dedicated precious time and resources to care for a sick animal, and then wept and buried it alongside themselves when it passed. It proves that the profound, tearful bond we share with our pets is an ancient, beautiful inheritance, the evolutionary gift of empathy. Ultimately, the fact that ancient humans cried tells us something incredibly profound about our species' success. We didn't conquer the planet simply because we had the sharpest spears, the strongest muscles, or the biggest individual brains. We conquered the planet because we possessed an unmatched capacity for deep emotional empathy. The ability to look at another human's tears, feel their internal pain radiating in your own chest, and move to comfort them is what allowed us to build massive, cooperative societies. Tears are the ultimate proof that we are biologically wired to care for one another. Ancient grief wasn't a design flaw or a sign of evolutionary weakness. It was the exact emotional foundation that made civilization possible. The modern price of hidden tears. Today, we live in a fast-paced, hyper-connected world that ironically isolates us more than ever. We are often told to man up, dry our eyes, and suppress our emotions to keep up with the relentless demands of modern life. But by hiding our tears, we are actively fighting against hundreds of thousands of years of perfectly tuned human biology. When you refuse to cry, you trap those toxic stress hormones inside your body, leading to chronic anxiety, burnout, and a deep sense of emotional numbness. The ancient lessons from our ancestors are crystal clear. Crying is not a sign of weakness, but a vital, courageous act of healing. We need to honor our tears, because they are a beautiful, timeless reminder of who we are. It is absolutely breathtaking to realize that the very same tears you shed today are the exact same chemical, emotional response that a caveman experienced 50,000 years ago while staring out into the starry night sky. Grief and love are the timeless threads that connect us directly to our deepest, most ancient past. So, the next time you feel a cry coming on, don't hold it back. Embrace it as a beautiful, evolutionary gift that makes you human. If this emotional journey through human prehistory touched your heart, make sure to hit that subscribe button, slam the like icon, and drop a comment below sharing your thoughts on how our ancestors process grief. Thanks for watching, and stay connected.